Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the all-new Lamborghini Countach that we got in Forza Horizon 5. Now this car is a recent car. It is part of the first week of the Forza playlist for this month, which is Retro Wave, which, by the way, this playlist that we currently have, I think is the best playlist we've had in a long time, because of course, the two main seasonal cars is going to include, and I'll show you guys, for most of that do not know it this yet, but the series cars are going to be the Envision 74 and the DeLorean DMC, which I think are two good vehicles. We are going to be just covering the Lamborghini Countach. Now, starting first with the design, this vehicle is really well designed. Now, I think Horizon has been doing the designs for these vehicles a lot better recently because, of course, a while ago when they did the first big car that I think I enjoyed, which was the BMW M4 Competition, the latest version, when they did that design, the interior was basically pretty bad because you had a column, which obviously is the column year. They were basically see-through, which made it not fun, and I don't want to really drive first person. But since we are in the interior, we can see the interior design, which they did a decent job at. I mean, the Lamborghini dashboard is pretty good, the speedometer is actually really well designed, and you can see the infotainment system that's in the middle, which I think they did a good job. And the fact that they made it like that just shows you that they are putting more details into these vehicles. But now enough talk about the design, let's go to how this car performs. Now, first of all, let's talk about the sound, which is an insane sound. This car sounds so beautiful. Now you can probably see that the spoiler does come out. Now the spoiler only comes out at around about 100 kilometers per hour, so if we were to slow down and we can speed up slowly, you can see the spoiler come out at exactly 100. Which is actually a nice little detail, because obviously most cars out there do have spoilers that are, well, active spoilers that come out at depending which speed you go at, so it's nice that they add that detail. Now something you probably noticed already is that when you brake, that's right, the brake lights are actually insanely well designed. I don't think it was worth the while to actually put all this detail in the brake lights, but I think it was good that they actually did that for the game. But you do have the main brake bar in the middle, and you have those little bars that are on each side, which is actually really interesting. But now, going to the 0 to 100, because obviously you need to know how well this car accelerates, we are going to come to the strip right here. Which, of course, I'm going to use my phone to time it, so let me get my timer up, and we'll see how quickly this car can do it. And we're going to do it in 3, 2, 1, go. And just like that, it is 2.9 seconds, which is actually an insane time. To be exact, it is 2.93, which I think that's a decent speed and acceleration for this car. Now if we do go to the performance card for this vehicle, we will see that this car for stock is insanely good. So for the main specs you need to know, speed is going to be 7.8, which is actually really good for a stock version of this vehicle. Handling is 7.1, which is actually easy to spot, because with driving this vehicle you can easily feel that the handling is so much easier to control than other vehicles that we had on the playlist before. The acceleration, as you could see from when we did the 0 to 100, 9.1, which is insanely good. Now the launch is going to be 8.4, which is going to be perfect for, well, going against other racers, or drag races, and so much more. Now the braking, I'll definitely say, is very good to have, because obviously braking will determine if you're going to have good entry for any turns or good exit at any point. But 7.5 is going to be good. And off-roading is mostly going to be 5.2, mainly because it is all-wheel drive, which does give you more control for off-road use. Now this is going to be an S1 class, which I think is probably the best class you can have this vehicle in, and it's going to cost you 2.7 million credits, which obviously I'm not too sure if this is going to be available in the store, but I'll definitely say if you're going to get this from the auction house, you're going to be paying way more than 2.7. So right now we're going to be putting a route to go to the Horizon Apex outpost, because first we're going to talk about how this car feels in terms of handling in general. And when we get there, we'll also go over all the accessories that you can put on this vehicle. But I'd definitely say this feel of this car is actually pretty good. I did not expect this car to do that well in terms of handling and performance. But the fact that this car feels so good, I think not much people are going to really change the vehicle in terms of changing the engine and, you know, and tuning the tunes, because this is a beautiful car. And I mean, it's a historical car, which is basically what most people want to enjoy. I'll definitely say that I don't think I'm going to do anything to this car, because like I said, it's a historical car, and I think this is a car that is on my list that I'm not going to touch in terms of performance. Maybe looks wise and changing the colors. I don't know why this actually want to take me off-road. That is a bit odd. But I mean, one way for us to test out the off-roading capabilities is to actually take off-road. And the handling of off-road is actually pretty good. Now, obviously this car is pretty easy to drift, especially during wet seasons. But off-roading drifting is actually decently good. I think if you are starting fresh with drifting a bit, you can kind of use this car for that. But so let's go straight to upgrades and tuning and see what we can do. So with custom upgrade, we're going to check first with the air and appearance. So for the front bumper, you do have the Forza edition, which obviously just adds the standard lip and obviously just some details on the side, but there's not much difference at all. But going to the rear, we do have a Forza spoiler, which I don't think looks nice at all. It does bring down the performance of the vehicle, so I don't think that's really going to be the best option to go for. Now going to conversion, let's see what engine options we have. We can obviously stick to the current engine, or we can upgrade to a V12, which does give you more performance, but does drop both fuel acceleration and launch, which I don't think is worth doing the hard work, because it's actually going to cost you 50,000 credits. Now, of course, I do have tons of credits right now, but I don't think I'm going to really do anything to the vehicle, because that's just a waste of time. Now, after looking at what we can do in terms of upgrades, let's see what we can do in terms of looks with the standard paint colors. So we do have obviously the main colors that you can select for this vehicle. So we do have the normal white, we have a blue look, which I think this might be a good option to go for. This actually looks pretty clean. But we do have black, which actually looks more like a dark blue if I think of it. We do have a gray, which I think that looks probably the most meanest out of this whole color list. We do have yellow, which obviously is a most common and classic color to go for in terms of Lamborghini. We do have a red, which I think, okay, wait a minute, this red actually looks pretty sick with this vehicle. This Countach might be the first vehicle that I've seen in a while in this game that has a tons of nice looks in terms of what color to go for. And this is like a dark red as well, so there are some good colors to go for. Now, of course, I did forget to add some more details when I did the spec sheet. But going to the power, it is 808 horsepower, torque is 755 Newton meters of torque. The weight is going to be close to about 1.9 kilograms. The front is going to be 43%, and the displacement is 6.5. And that is going to conclude the video on the Lamborghini Countach. I'll definitely say this is probably one of the vehicles that I love the most, especially when it comes to the playlist, because obviously when Forza does some playlists, sometimes they add some pretty good vehicles. We have been seeing that a lot lately, and I think with the retro wave, we are getting so many nice vehicles that a lot of us love, especially when it comes to classic vehicles. And let me know in the comments below what you think of this type of videos, because I will be trying to do more type of videos like this where I review cars in the games, trying out some new techniques and so much more. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.